Hello audience, it's Jory again. I have a nice battle for you today. It was actually a pretty hard fought one. When I looked at this guy's team, I didn't think it would be that difficult. But seeing the Galliot, I knew that I was in for someone who likes to run a little bit of RU and OU, which can be very threatening, especially if you look at my Electivire. So let's get the show on the road here. So I lead with my Haxorus because I want to get that big threat Starmie out of the way, and I'm Scarfed, so I know I can outspeed that. So I hit it with the Outrage, Oko. I'm locked in now. I have to go for the Outrage on his physically defensive Slowbro. Um, I do a fair bit of damage to it, but I'm confused now, and I really don't want to risk losing that Haxorus, which is very good as a late game sweeper, so I send in my Starmie. He goes for the T-Wave to slow down my Scarf, but I have that natural cure, so I'm not worried. So I switch right back out. He switches predicting the T-Bolt. I switch because I need to. I go into Zeus, my Electivire, and hit him with a Wild Charge, and that does more than half damage, so I know I can 2KO it. And then he goes for the Bulk Up, maybe thinking that I would go for the mixed set, but that wasn't the case. I managed to 2KO his Galliot even after that Bulk Up. He sends in Barizion now, and I know that I'm going to need to sack this, especially because Swords Dance is a common set. I go for the Ice Punch, hoping for the hacks, but not really relying on it there. He takes me out in short order with that Leaf Blade. That did a little too much for my liking, so I'm going to have to take this thing out really quickly. Now I run the Dual Chop just so I don't get locked into Outrage, especially against subs. So knowing what he's going to do, I go straight into Starmie. Then I hit him with a Thunderbolt. And this doesn't do much to that S beyond that he switches in, but again, I know I can outspeed with that timid nature, so I just hit it straight away with a Life Orb Hydro Pump. That's going down easy. Now he goes into his Dragonite, and I go for the Ice Beam, and he goes right for that Dragon Dance because he's safe with the multi-scale. And at this point I knew that I wouldn't be able to live too much with Skarm, so I just let Shuriken go down and send in Skarm after. Now I go for the rocks here. Those late game hazards can be really helpful, especially when he has that bulky Slowbro with Regenerator coming in. So I start to roost up here, and you know, he goes for the second Dragon Dance, which is unfortunate for me, but I really needed to get some spikes up. So I go for the Whirlwind. That's an easy survival even on the +2. So I Whirlwind him into his Slowbro, and I roost up, not knowing what to expect, suspecting a Flamethrower or Fire Blast, and I was right about that. He did get a crit, but Sturdy still lets me survive it. So I actually switch out wanting to preserve that 4-0 and knowing that I've already won. I go into my Magmortar. Knowing he's going to go for the water move, I go for the Sunny Day, but he actually goes for the T-Wave for some reason, maybe hoping to bring in that Dragonite. Apparently he's forgotten about my hazards because those rocks are going to KO his Dragonite. I go for the Solar Beam because I pack that with the Sunny Day. I just felt it was a much better choice than Thunderbolt, especially because I get the Flamethrower boost anyway. I think I would have KO'd with Solar Beam from that range anyway, and he goes back into Slowbro and gets really hefty damage from those hazards. At this point I know he's not running a water move. Either that or he's hoping for the boost, but honestly the water move would still do more if not the same. So thanks for watching, subscribe, comment, like, whatever you want to do. Yeah, and I usually battle on Pokemon Online under Youngster Jory or any variation of the name Jory. If you see me, go ahead and challenge. You may win. I'm still not great. I'm trying my best to improve. So yeah, there may be there may be a White 2 walkthrough in the future because I already know that I don't want Black 2 because I love that Elekid in the Industrial City. I'm not sure what it's going to be called in English. So, yeah, see ya.